I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Like you can't go forward and you can't go back and you're stuck. So often in that place, there's a lot of fight, flight, and freeze that can come. And then there's developmental trauma. Ray Castellino, the man that created the therapies that I'm fluent in, would often say to people, there's a developmental need here that didn't get met. And I use the maps of Robin Grill. I'm going to introduce you to those. But, really working developmentally, a lot of us didn't get all the developmental needs. And so recognizing those needs and then understanding adult appropriate ways to get those needs met. And then there's the deeper states that are in our bodies all the time. They're always there. They're just often hidden or obscured, or the hurt places are there. And often it's what happened, yes, but sometimes it's what didn't happen. Like bonding and attachment, or the perception of the baby that they weren't wanted, or separation at birth and things like that, when there's a biological expectation of connection. And often these things happen because they had to. But the baby's perception is there must be something wrong with them. And so really understanding how to work with these states. When you're working with adults, you can just say that those things happened, and right now we're working with understanding how to integrate those overwhelming early experiences. Because often when I'm working with adults that have them, they then drop into, oh wow, I was wanted, and I was loved. It's just the hard places of these early interventions are blocking that feeling. And many people come to heal earliest trauma because they can't seem to get relief from the pattern any other way. So that's why I now work at the front line to prevent and treat right away. I work with families with babies, and I feel pretty passionate about that, so that adults don't end up in my practice suffering after 60 years. And our bodies are always in the fight, flight, and freeze from these early states, and then the health conditions that can arise from those. So our first step is to orient to the health. This arises out of the understanding of osteopathy, that there is a health in our system that never dies. Peter Levine called it the flickering flame of health. It's always here. It's always in our body. It has a rhythm. I especially like to say that when we can integrate some of these early histories, then they often become gifts. Many adults have gifts from this time. The baby is alive inside the adult, very much tracking. A lot of babies that have been hurt have sentience, like they are super sensitive still. They can track a lot. They have clairvoyance. They have clairaudience. They know things. That's the baby in the side of us. And so I like to help people understand that, and then help them understand their gift and also come into their adult self. So there's gifts here once they're integrated, and it becomes a part of our uniqueness. So as practitioners, we continue with these skills, slowing the pace, finding that ground and center, that neutral space, that you're not compelled, that you feel presence and curious. Those are curative. Presence times anything equals transformation. It's the quality of your presence and how you ask questions and what you know what you're dealing with, so you know how to be with it.